So yesterday we were talking about scams that the general public may see and you as a business owner may see. Today we're going to talk about ones that are specific to food trucks. Welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach, author of 5 food truck vending books, including Food Truck 101 and Food Truck 201. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business.
I was never really a runner. The way I see running is a gift, especially when you have stage 4 cancer. I'm Anne. I'm running the Boston Marathon, presented by Bank of America. I run for Dana-Farber Cancer Institute to give people like me a chance to thrive in life, even with cancer.
Join Bank of America in helping Anne's cause. Give if you can at BofA.com/supportAnne. What would you like the power to do? References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation. Copyright 2025.
So let's talk about a too good to be true deal on a food truck or trailer. There is a yellow food truck, and if you have been shopping for a used food trailer, you will have seen this ad. It's a yellow truck taken from a couple different exterior angles. It's usually got some little blue splotches on it, and often the scammer refers to it as the Gwen model, but it is an ugly yellow. They never show you the inside. You'll see this a lot on Marketplace. You'll actually see it on Craigslist as well, because that's where it originated. Well, it's from Craigslist and it migrated to Marketplace. This is an utter scam. They usually try to price it at $800 so that you're going, okay, yeah, I can afford $800. This is a food truck, and they'll list 2 or 3 or 4 things it's got in it, and you'll go, yep, this will work for me, and you want to call them up and start to make that deal. And then they'll say things like, well, my husband is overseas and I don't know anything about it. That's why it's so cheap. And you can put the money in this escrow account and I will ship you the trailer. Or they'll give you some other excuse why you can't actually come and see the trailer in person. So my number one tip here is do not buy something sight unseen. Do not buy something used without going to inspect it and then go over that trailer or truck with a fine-tooth comb. If you're unwilling to go investigate and check out something that's used, you probably shouldn't even get in the business to begin with. The food truck or food trailer is an asset. You want that asset to last you a good long while. And it's not going to last you if you're running out and buying the very first cheap thing that you can find. So anytime that you're looking at these ads on Facebook or even Craigslist, you want to see if this particular deal is posted multiple times. So click on the person that's selling on Marketplace and see how many places they've listed this ad. So for example, let's say this $800 trailer is legitimate. It is a real trailer and this owner is just frustrated with the business and wants out. So they just want $800 on it, make it go away. You do see those every once in a while. But if they're listing that in multiple cities, in multiple states across the country, guess what? It's a scam. Because if it truly is a good deal, it should sell within the first hour the thing's posted. I'll give you an example. Melissa and I are always looking for good deals on equipment. So we're reading through Facebook a few months ago, and this one pops up. And when I mean it pops up, as in it was just posted. It was for a drivable RV that could be easily converted into a food truck. So we start to look through the pictures and we're going, okay, they've done some of the work already. They've torn out all the stuff on the inside. There's some good bones there. They wanted $1,200. It was one of those drivable ones that had a very strong engine with a known history of being reliable. And we were looking at it going, yeah, for a few $1,000s, we could turn this into a very basic food truck. So our first thing is to contact the owner, which we did. We would like to come out and check this out. And the owner told us on the phone, y'all need to hurry, because there's other people headed my way right now, and I'm going to sell it to the first person that gives me $1,200, because that's all he was asking for it. Okay, so you start to think a little bit of urgency there. Maybe he's trying to talk us into send him money, through a credit card or through some other method over the internet. But he didn't. All he said was, if you want to look at it, you need to hurry because there's other people coming. So Melissa got her purse, I got my jacket, and we walked out to the van. By the time that we walked out to the van, the guy called us back and said, hey, somebody's already picked it up. Thank y'all for your interest, but the product's now sold. All this happened in less than an hour because it was such a good deal. So this little yellow trailer that keeps making its rounds, 100% it's a scam, and 100% it doesn't need to be listed in 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 different cities around the country, because if it was real, somebody would have already bought it. So if somebody has it listed in more than one city, it's a scam. Guaranteed it's a scam. Along those same lines, you get on Craigslist, you'll see an ad that's similar. Maybe a white food truck, maybe a barbecue food truck, maybe a actually running food truck. But then when you read the description, the photograph doesn't match what the description says. Like it'll say it has an engine when it's clearly a trailer. It'll talk about all the wheels being perfect. It'll list the number of wheels, and you look at it and go, there's more wheels in the written description than is actually in the picture. They'll talk about it having multiple windows when there's only one window in the picture. So the written description doesn't match the picture. Typically, they only have one, maybe two pictures. Why? Because the scammer doesn't want to waste the time posting multiple pictures. If they do post multiple pictures, it'll actually be a composite of different pictures on a single photograph. So it may have 4 different views, but it's still one photograph that they're posting because they're not wasting the time to upload multiple pictures. Then as you contact these people, they start to give you the same sad story about how they are overseas, or the husband's overseas, or somebody just died, or they're away on military business and they're not going to be back. They'll give you all different kinds of excuses on why they can't show it to you and take any more pictures than what's on the ad. And then they tell you, hey, all you got to do is put money in this escrow company, and it'll be a legitimate escrow company that you can look up on the internet. But what they do is when they send you the link to it, this is my personal account with this company, it doesn't put money in that escrow company that's legitimate. It sends it off to a bank where this scammer has control over the money, and they have control over that account, and your money will be long gone. They also talk about eBay with its finance protection. Same deal. They'll earn your trust and then send you off somewhere else where it looks like you're going to eBay, but you're really not. So anything that involves equipment, you want to see it, touch it, and inspect it. If you cannot do those things, it's a scam. 100% it's a scam. The next thing that we get as food truck owners is we get that text or that email wanting to know about catering. And they're going to take you through the typical salesman pitch. Salesmen are taught to get people to know them, to like them, and then trust them before they start to ask for, you want to buy this product? Give me some money. Scammers do the same thing. The know part is they've looked up your business, and they send you that text message that says, hey, do you do catering? So now you know this person, they're interested in something you sell. And they may ask 2 or 3 more questions that seem very innocent. And you're thinking, okay, this is a legitimate person. Then they'll get into the like part. The like part is when they'll tell you it's a catering for my grandmother. It's a catering for a 50th wedding anniversary. It's a catering for someone else. So they're just being the nice person to put on this party, this anniversary, this whatever it is for someone else. So you're starting to like, oh, they're so nice. They're doing their wedding for their parents. That's so sweet. And then they get into the trust part. They'll talk about the menu and how much they love your food. They'll talk about things to get you feeling like, well, this has got to be legitimate. And all the while, you'll be looking at some of the text going, this doesn't quite match exactly what I said, but it's okay. They're nice people because they're doing it for their grandma. And then at some point, they're going to say, would you mind if you run a credit card at a higher amount than what I need? Because I need to pay the photographer, I need to pay the DJ, and he doesn't take credit cards. So if you'll run my credit card and send me the difference so I can pay him, that would be awesome. And so you run the credit card, it comes through, it's approved, and you go ahead and write that check and send it to the person. And then you kind of find out that that was a stolen credit card and you don't have any money, plus you're out the money you sent them. This happens very frequently, and it happens so frequently that scammers are starting to make these things automated. So all they got to do is put in your phone number into this automated text messaging system, and then it sends out texts based on you responding, and it'll make it look like there's time in between each of those texts. So they'll have this whole series lined up, and then they can again, put in a phone number and this whole series starts. Hey, do you do catering? As soon as you respond to that, whether you say yes or no, you're getting the next automatic text message they've already written. And if you respond to it, then there's another one that's automatically written to come out. And you'll notice that those text messages don't quite line up with what you said because they're automated. And then they hope they hook you in so you send them money. That's the catering. They'll often ask what your price is and then offer to send you more. You tell them I need $3,000 and say, hey, I'll send it to you for $4,000. Plus, if you'll just do this, it's a scam. When it comes to caterings, you need to have a firm policy of I'll answer questions, but I will not schedule the time until you come see me in person with a deposit. The 3 things you need to know for a catering that you can ask and answer on text would be the date, the menu, and the head count. All the rest of that needs to be worked out in person with money in hand. You don't schedule a date until you've got cash in your hand. and at least half of whatever the total cost is. You want half up front. Besides the official letters that I mentioned in yesterday's podcast, you'll get other letters for subscriptions. Hey, would you like a thermal paper subscription? For the low price of, we'll send you thermal paper every month to help you not run out, because thermal paper is a pain. It's also expensive. So once you get hooked into the monthly subscription, what you find out is it's not very good quality thermal paper. What you find out is the rolls are much smaller than you need, so you're burning through rolls quickly. And then you'll find that it's overpriced compared to what the quality of the product is. Or worse, they stop sending you the promised product after a month or so. And what they're hoping is that you forget the subscription is coming out of your bank account until 2 or 3 months down the road. And of course, by the time you dispute it, they're long gone. So don't fall for anything unless it's a known company, someone you can verify independently of any information they send you. Let's talk about the most hurtful scams out there, the builder scams. Probably the most hurtful scam is one involving a builder, because you've not put a few $100s down to where you can just feel embarrassed and go, well, I can eat this. You put down thousands, tens of thousands, only to find that the builder is doing exactly nothing. Every year, there are at least one or more cases of a small-time builder scamming people out of tens of thousands of dollars. And the scam is real simple. They have a small office. They may even have a build in progress to show off to people. They'll snap a few pictures and post them. Hey, we're building a truck. Come get yours. That kind of thing. Because remember, the first person that falls for the scam bankrolls the office, and they bankroll the partial build. And then the following people that come in and put those down payments, and they're being told, hey, 3 to 6 months, we'll have you a food truck just like this one. And if they can get 2, 3, 4, 5 people a week coming in with $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 for the down payment with that promise of, hey, it'll be done 3 to 6 months. That's a whole bunch of money every single week based off of one partially completed build. Now remember, no one's going to complain until at least 3 months out. And a builder will put you off. Hey, we've had delays. Hey, we got some stuff that just ain't come in like we said or like we thought. So if you'll give us another month, we'll have it done. And then a month rolls around and you're calling them back up. Oh, sorry. The plumber certification didn't come through. We got to wait on that another few weeks. I'll give you an email when it's ready. Then you follow up on that, and probably at that point, they're long gone. Recently, to show you how lucrative this can be, earlier this year in 2022, a man was jailed for 18 months and ordered to pay $3 million in restitution for all the people that he took, promising to build a food truck and didn't. $3 million in restitution is a whole bunch of deposits that never got a food truck. That's why people scam, because they can make a whole bunch of easy money. This guy just didn't know when to quit, because he could have been off in some foreign country enjoying probably $2 million. But no, he wanted to get more money and got caught. Now, there's also another scam going around that is very painful, and that is concerning local events. What the scammers are doing is they're cloning material from previous events. So they'll look at, let's say your city does a fair in the park, and they do music and games and all that kind of stuff. And they've done it for the last 2 or 3 or 4 years. So what the scammer will do is pull that information and just clone it, put up all the same posters, all the same information, all the same details. So you look at it as you're scrolling and go, yep, that's the same thing we did last year. Except what they'll do is they don't send you to the official website. They typically send you to a website they control that asks for the payment for the application, and they'll have a PayPal link. And you're thinking, well, I'm protected by PayPal, not a problem. I'll go ahead and send in this application money and I'll be all set up to go with this event. They may even send you a receipt and tell you where you're going to be parked. And then the day of the event, you show up and there's nothing going on. Or there might be something going on, but guess what? You don't have a reservation because you fell for a scam. And consistent with all of the ways that we've talked about to prevent a scam is once you see that good deal, that good opportunity, independently go to a phone number you know is associated with the event or the builder that is not gleaned from the ad you're looking at. If your city puts on something, say downtown at the Central Park, chances are somebody in the government of the city knows it's going on. Check and see if they've got the permits required. If it's an independent business coming in to put on a circus, they've had to pull permits. They've had to get permission to be somewhere. Verify it. Go to the official website. Don't follow links that are given to you. You want to go to all of these things independent of the ads you're looking at. Now, here's the thing about PayPal. Let's say that you fall for it and you send a PayPal payment, and then you have to go to PayPal and say, hey, PayPal, they cheated me, they scammed me. PayPal might give you your money back, but then PayPal is also going to mark your account and be more careful as you run or process things. They might actually even freeze some of your money in your account while they're investigating what you talked about. So it's better to have that ounce of prevention than worry about that pound of cure. Be diligent whenever you're presented with something. Thank you so much for listening to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. If you're finding all the information helpful to your food truck business, please become a monthly supporter of the podcast. Just hit the support button or follow the link in the description. Every little bit does help keep us going. Join our Facebook group. It's called Food Truck Training. We have a whole bunch of awesome members at all different levels, from brand new beginners to decades-old veterans. They've all got your back when it comes to helping you with your food truck. And again, thank you for listening. Come back tomorrow, because you know I got plenty more to say when it comes to helping you and your food truck business grow.